The door is blocked shut. That door used to be open, too. Howdy.
Ah, I had hoped you'd soon return. I have the reward from Lady Tanith. Take it. It's yours, by right.
Gelmir's Fury, because we helped him out with his invasion. He gave us this.
Tread the path of the recusant together, till we reach the miserable death that awaits us.
Boy, aren't you a ball of sunshine.
You're still alive, I see. Well...
Actually, I guess we'll double check if he got anything new. I don't think he does. No.
Well...
Let us walk the path of the recusant together until our filthy death comes for us. Okay, dude. Gelmir's Fury, one of the sorceries developed from the magma of Mount Gelmir, conjures a surge of magma from the earth covering the area. Charging extends the surge of magma. This sorcery is held to represent the fury of the volcano, but the arrogance of attempting to harness it is solely that of men and serpents. By the way, you'll notice that Dialos is not here at the moment. And if we look around, Zarias still hasn't returned. She's still gone. Patches, have you seen a nice snake girl?
Hello again.
What about my reward, by the way?
Sharper than you seem, aren't you? I was just holding on to it for you, you know. Here you go. The reward for hunting Tragoth. All yours.
The Magma Whip Candlestick.
Cheers for that.
Let's take a peek at that weapon. This ritual implement is a three-pronged candlestick with solid flames formed of the magma of Mount Gelmir. When wielded as a weapon, the flames become supple whips of lava. Unique skill, Sea of Magma. Swing a molten whip overhead to temporarily cover the surrounding area in a sea of magma. Hold to continue swinging the lava whip. This is the weapon used by the whip-slinging serpent that we had faced before.
Forgot something on you. No trouble.
I like how Patches, like, has a very poor poker face. He's like, yeah, you're sharper than you look. I mean, I was just holding on to the reward for you, man. Got it right here.
I see that you've stayed the path of champions. This is your usual reward. Please, take it.
The Taker's Cameo. Talisman.
Perhaps you are ready. Might you see our Lord? Our Lord will no doubt welcome you. Another kindred spirit, treading the path of champions.
Not yet.
I see. Well, I cannot make you take the leap, but do know this. To follow the path of valor, an audience with our Lord is essential. In order to defy this debasement and rise up against the Erd Tree, like a true recusant of the Volcano Manor.
Well, I said not yet, not forever. We'll see him eventually. But first, I'm gonna upgrade a couple weapons. And we're going to
Well, I took you for no matter.
search around the Volcano Manor just a little bit more. Let's see here. I want to get the Golden Halberd up. I'll get also the Moon Veil up. I haven't used the new Moon Veil too much, but I'll do it anyway. I'll get it up a bit. Get to +6. That's fine. Uchi go up. Zweihander go up. We're doovy up a little bit. I think the Elden Lord's throne is a plastic lawn chair. Yeah, of course. What else would it be? Only the finest of seats for the Elden Lord. Get that up a bit. My anchor, I haven't used you in a while. Let's get the anchor up. Yeah, I love the anchor. It's terrible. The anchor sucks. I love it. Hey, we've got a Smithing Miner's Bell Bearing 3 and a Glovewort Picker's Bell Bearing 2 to give over. Smithing Miners lets us now get smithing stones all the way up to 6, which lets us get to plus 18 consistently. There we go, there's the rest of my money. Okay, let's use a weapon I haven't used in a while. Like, maybe this Vihander for a bit. Big sword. Now then. As for our, journey through Volcano Manor, we're heading on back. Oh, the guest house is not where I wanted to be. I wanted to be at the Temple of Agley. Temple of Agley. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, as we are here, where we were at the Godskin Noble fight, and I remind you that there is a giant shed skin from a snake in here, and there are depictions of winged snakes all over the place. I will remind you that the blasphemy that Rykard has partaken of is A, the worship of these snakes, and B, what he has allowed a snake to do to him. We haven't really talked about it too much, but if you do not recall, in the very opening cutscenes, when they talk about demigods all, children of America and stuff, one of the children was... Praetor Rykard was getting devoured by a snake. And I don't mean getting devoured by a snake in a good way. I mean getting actually eaten by that snake. As this is called the Temple of Agley, we can surmise that Agley is some sort of super snake, like that giant snake, probably the owner of that giant snakeskin that's been shed, and more than likely the snake that Rykard offered himself up to. Himself and his great rune. So many snake noises. Snake noises. Temple of Agley, more like the Temple of... Oh, whoa. Got him. God, I say the stupidest shit. And then regret it instantly the moment that I say it. Slugmas all over the place. Throw calling finger remedy. That's a lot of lava. Oh, come on. Does there really have to be one of you? Of all the things that I could see, did it have to be one of you? I'm sorry, but I hate you. Oh boy, here comes the spin. You know, I don't actually have to kill you. I could just leave. But you're in my way. Why is it immune to magma? Because big iron thing. Being made of metal probably helps. Door. Should I drop down? Let's drop down. Whee! Look at all those Albinorics that are going to charge my ass the second I go down there. Oh boy. Except for this one. This one's going to cast spells. String fire grease. Yeah, we got our cummies all over the place. I really don't think they thought this through on how much it looks like semen is sprayed all over the place when you kill the Albinorics. Missionary's Cookbook, number 6. Let's see. That gives us Holy Proof Dried Liver. It is on, right? Yeah, it is. Do 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 do. Yahaha! It's not cummies, it's blood censorship. That is one of the funniest things ever, is when you see one of those countries that censors blood and makes it white, and it just looks like someone is just covered in semen. I think the funniest one I ever saw was a Fist of the North Star one. where the guy is lying there and then he just erupts in blood, but the blood is all white and whatnot. Pretty funny. Smithing Stone 5. What's in this little alcove room? A lot of blood and skulls and a young lady.
Oh, it's you. I'm afraid there is something I must tell you. I was an unwanted child, born not of grace, but of a hideous ritual. Something that can never be accepted.
No.
Not by men, nor serpents. Even Lady Tanith shouldn't accept me. I know that you have done so much for me, but I wish to ask one last kindness. Kill me, please. I thought that I feared nothing, but this... Free me from this accursed frame.
We can give her the tonic of forgetfulness or not. So yeah, this is kind of a rough situation. She has discovered the truth of her, she's discovered the truth of her existence and how she was born, and she didn't like what she found out. She didn't like it at all. And now because of such, she's like, I shouldn't exist. I should absolutely not exist. I should die. So yeah, this is kind of oof. We do have this tonic of forgetfulness, which would allow her to forget all of this and go right back to the blissfully ignorant girl that she once was. Blissfully ignorant snake girl. She'll still know that she's a man serpent, I assume, but she will no longer know the circumstances of her birth and will just be like, okay, I'm a happy snake person. That's fine. Now, if we do kill her, then we're just kind of not going to feel too good. If we do give her the tonic of forgetfulness, then that'll put her to sleep, and she will wake up after we've finished the area and everyone else in the manor has gone, and essentially she will leave on a journey. She'll be willing to leave on a journey. She'll even be like, I wonder what happened here, but my mother, Lady Tanith, and all the champions are gone. Or we've got the third choice, and just not killing her, and piecing out. And if I'm being honest, I'm probably going to take that third choice, because I don't feel particularly good about killing Zarias here. She's a freaking nice girl. Just because she had some unfortunate circumstances doesn't mean I should slaughter her. If anything, she deserves a chance at, you know, life. So, what we're going to do is we're going to say, no to this. We're just going to We're just gonna leave her be. Can we hug her? I kind of wish we could. She needs a hug. And we'll see what she arrives at the end. If we let her think things through. Oh boy. Oh boy, look at these guys. This snake man. Can't backstab the snake man. But I can do that to him. By the way, these guys, as you can tell, are kind of plagued by something and explode in poison when you kill them. You can tell by their glowing green fog around their head. I see you, Mr. Albanoric. Can't hide from me. By the way, in case you're wondering where that leads, it's a little shortcut. So we've got a little shortcut for ourselves now. Yay! Whoa! That's... I phased through the floor. I phased through the floor of the elevator, huh? Okay, that was interesting. I did not know that could happen. Get them squats in. There we go. That's where I wanted to show up. For the stone sword key. Guy's going nuts up there. And that is another way that you can get over here to Zarias. Nice and easily. Now, there may be a sea of magma over here, but we're going to explore down here before we head on up there. The snakes here, you can see, can survive within the lava. Oh no! Owie. Flame, cleanse me. Oh hey, drop the magma blade in the man's serpent shield. Nice. Magma blade should be up here with the short sword, shouldn't it? No? There it is. Curved sword, with a blade fashioned from the lava of Mount Gelmir, an armament of the man-serpents, impossible for a human to have made. Unique skill, Magma Shower. Slash at foes in a twirling motion while scattering magma all around. Additional input allows for a follow-up attack. Deals fire damage, obviously. And the man-serpent shield. What's that? That's Ice Crest. There we go. Small copper dome-shaped round shield carried by the man-serpents of Mount Gelmir, said to have been tempered in lava. It boasts great resistance to fire. Oh, look. A bunch of basilisks. Everyone's favorite. They, too, seem to be immune to the lava. I'm not going to waste my time trying to kill them because it's a pain in the butt. We're just going to grab that Somber 6 and get the hell out of here. Bye. Alright, later, nerds. I got a date with some really hot lava. I don't remember if there's anything in this direction, so you're just gonna have to bear with me while I look around. Nope, doesn't look like it. By the way, even without any FP, you can continue quick stepping. Nice warm bath that we're taking. Down here is where we came from. Okay. I don't think we missed anything. By the way, this is another example of it may not make a whole lot of sense, but it's just a good gameplay thing for the lava to not deal stupid amounts of damage. After all, I've played Dark Souls 1 where the lava does deal stupid amounts of damage until you get a ring that you have to equip to make it not slaughter you in, like, 2 seconds. And trust me when I say this is the better alternative. It just is. Don't you come near me, sir. I don't care how much Rowow fruit you give me. I wonder what these guys must have been thinking watching me just, like, hop my way through the sea of lava over there. Must have been like, God damn, what's that guy doing? That's both cool and stupid. So, hey, there's your magma whip weapon. But you can tell this snake is a little different. He's got a sack under his mouth. Because, come on, do it. Okay, fine. Oh, sure, now you're gonna try and do it. Anyway, he can breathe fire. Similar to a dragon. Sheesh, nerd. Excuse me, sir, but I would like that item if you don't mind. Thank you. The Commoner's headband. Which is the exact same as this, but unaltered. Headband that holds cloth in place, standard wear for commoners. Only there are no commoners remaining with their wits about them. 'Cause that makes them crazy. Ay-ya-ya. Ay-ya-ya. By the way, if you take a look at where we are, we're back in the normal Volcano Manor area. But this is like, I guess, the feeding grounds or something, because there's corpses and bones everywhere. Man serpent ashes. Ow. Rude. Impressively sturdy shields on these guys. So yeah, despite the normal Volcano Manor where you're usually going to being right fucking there, hidden away in one of the behind some of the locked rooms is this horrifying visage, which I assume is hidden for, well, obvious reasons. Most people would probably be a little turned off on joining the Volcano Manor upon seeing the mountains of corpses and the snake men that created them. Magic snake. Look at that magic snake doing magic. And being really defensive. Its giant bulbous head. If you hit the body, you do normal damage. If you hit its disgusting head, you do greatly reduced damage, like a natural shield. Alright, let's take a peek at that man serpent ashes that we got. Spirit of a deformed man serpent that wields a whip of magma. It is said that long ago, the elder serpent that dwelt on Mount Gelmir devoured a demigod, and the birth of the man serpents followed. So yeah, these serpents only came about once Rykard offered himself up to his big snake. Once he's like, eat me, daddy. I'm nutritious and delicious. Alright, let's pop a couple stone sword keys in here. Boop. Pop. Hey, look. This place doesn't look too happy, does it? Parkour. Stop that, you. What'd I say? Stop that. Where's my next drop point? I guess right there. I don't want your hugs. Your hugs are dangerous. You don't hug good. A seedbed curse. Oh, look. Yet another person tied to a chair, coated in blood, with tons of corpses around them, and a seedbed curse. And hey, remember this place? We're close to that bridge. Here is Sombersmithing 7 that was sitting there the whole time. Ow! Why'd that hit me a second time? Ah! No! No! No hugs! Ow! Oh, I got hugged, and I didn't like it. No round 2. You're very huggy, aren't you? Turns out that all the inhabitants of the Volcano Manor are just really deprived of human contact and desperately want a hug. There we go. Anyway, here's the bridge. I don't know if they changed things. Back in my speedrun days, you could, with a very precise jump off of that to get up here very quickly in order to get that Sombersmithing Stone 7. I could give it a try later just to see. Ash of War, Royal Knights Resolve. That's the other thing that was really nice to get before they nerfed the crap out of this. I think this one was nerfed because of PvP. But Royal Knights Resolve, skill of the knights who once served the Elden Lord. Hold the flat of the armament to your face and pledge your resolve, greatly powering up your next attack. So, it's determination, but much better. Greatly powering up your next attack, that used to mean like a 50% boost to your next hit. Which is a lot, especially because that Ash of War is fast to use. So I think it was more a PvP nerf than anything for that one. Hey, look! It's that closed door that's been locked right outside of the main foyer. That Patches, the hallway that Patches likes to hang out in. Little did Patches know, you turn 2 corners, and all of a sudden, you're in Hellscape land, where there's mountains of corpses all over the place. Death everywhere. And a seedbed curse where your body has been defiled and cursed. Alright, before anything, I want to see if you can still do this jump or not. Let's get nice and naked. Oh, wait. Let's see, we gotta get on that. And then we jump up from there. Why does my face look awful? What the hell happened? Flame, cleanse me. Make my face look better, please. No? Okay. Well, I guess we're just going to be ugly for a bit. Maybe you can't get on this as easily anymore. Oh, nope. You can. Okay, okay. I was just bad. Oh, yeah, okay. Did they move that a little bit? Because that feels like it's a lot farther away. That definitely feels like it's farther away. It is a kind of tight jump, but I'm not sure if it's doable anymore. Sorry, I know this is a lore playthrough, but I'm just very interested in that, and I don't think that's doable anymore. I do believe that's impossible now. There we go, that's better. That looks nice. Fashion. Can you explode across? No, there's no fucking way that you could explode across. There's a 0% chance you could explode across there. So, I gotta go back to that cage room. Obviously, there was a item that I didn't get because it was far across. So we'll go do that now. Follow me all you want, buddy. You're not gonna catch me. I'm too fast. Too furious. I've ran this gauntlet many a time through speedruns. Oh, wait. I need to go this way. Oops. I was going the normal way to the boss. I gotta go this way to the stuff. There, here we go. Sir, are you gonna follow me to your death? I guess you are. Ow, I rolled right into it like an idiot. Now let me see. Now, how do I get across there? Does that look like I could go across the side? No, I don't think so. Hmm. Unless I needed to drop off on the first spot, which is a maybe, right? Because there is that back there. Maybe I need to just drop right to that. And then that might have taken me around to it. And I might be stupid and have to do it again. Because there's no way I'm making that jump. Alright, well, let's do the run again. And I'll go that way. Sorry about this. Some of these items are pretty well hidden out of the way and how to get to them. And I think that's what I need to do is drop down to that platform that I noticed this time around. You're too slow. Alright, Chad, who's the fastest thing alive? Is it Sonic, as he claims, or is it instead speedrunner Mario? I think we all know the answer to this question. Okay, so let's just do this. And I think this will lead me to where I want to go. God, it's so dark here. Apparently the snakes don't believe in indoor lighting. Other than a couple very ineffective candles. Here we go. Got ourselves the Dagger Talisman. Let's take a look at the Dagger Talisman. It is actually a rather good talisman, too. There we go. Talisman depicting a dagger and a surgeon. Enhances critical hits. The white-garbed field surgeons come to the aid of friend and foe alike by dealing a final deadly thrust to spare them from the prolonged agony of a mortal wound. A sense of mercy is a catalyst for bloodlust. This increases critical hits, like your backstabs and your poise breaks or your riposts from your shields by, like, I think 20%. It's a lot. Like I said, it's very good. And a rune arc over here. Didn't know that existed. Well, like I said, it's pretty well hidden. Not the easiest thing in the world to come by. I'm going to check one more thing super quick. But we're just about done with Volcano Manor. We're this close to done. This close. I can make stupid noises too. last thing I wanted to check was what's down here? Oh. I'm an idiot. Well, it leads me right back to where I was gonna go anyway. Perfect. Ow. You dumb dummy, you took those hits. Alright, hey. Let's travel to another location. Bye! Welcome to the audience pathway. Hold on, let's talk with Melina.
Think not of the kindling. I shall see to that. All I ask of you is to make the journey to the snowy mountaintops of the giants, far above the clouds. I know I'm asking you to commit a cardinal sin, but it must be done to reach the path beyond. And that is the path I wish to travel. What is your mind?
I guess this is in response to what the finger reader back at the round table hold said. Basically, kindling has to be a sacrifice. She says she'll take care of it. We're going to commit a cardinal sin. She says, don't worry about that. I know it's asking a lot, but that is the only way to reach the path beyond. And that's what I wish to see. Simple. As for where we are at the audience pathway, it takes us right over Meow. Right over Meow. Now, let's go and talk with Tanith. And let's see what happens if we say, yeah, let's have an audience with Rykard. Let's see how that works for us.
Won't you consider having an audience with our Lord? Our Lord will no doubt welcome you. Another kindred spirit, treading the path of champions.
Also, we no longer get to talk to her about Zarias and all that, but okay.
Yes. As it should be. Now, close your eyes for a moment.
Closing.
I will transport you to the Lord's chamber. Farewell, then. May your visit be fruitful.
And oh, look! We're at the audience chamber. Or the audience pathway. So yes, you can either go all the way around to that waygate, or you can complete the Volcano Manor quest set in order to get yourself here, and eventually go speak with Rykard, the Lord of Blasphemy. Let's see what he has to say, shall we? Oh, by the way, we got the Taker's cameo, and I forgot to look at that. A talisman engraved with a stern likeness of Praetor Rykard, master of the Volcano Manor. Restores HP upon defeating enemies. When Rykard turned to heresy, taking by force became the rule. The gods themselves were no different, after all. Okay, what would I like to wear? Godfrey icon would be pretty good, actually. Or the Filigreed quest. Either or. Yes, I think that will work. The first thing we find here is this pickup, being held by this corpse. The Serpent Hunter. Trust me, you want this. have no clue where the Serpent Hunter is going to be. It should be pretty far down. There we go. Weapon that serves as both greatsword and spear. Thought to have been used to hunt an immortal great serpent in the distant past, it manifests a long blade of light when facing such a creature. When the master's heroic aspirations degenerate into mere greed, his men search for a weapon with which they might halt their lord. Unique skill, Great Serpent Hunt. Perform a powerful forward lunge and follow up with an upward thrust via additional input. When fighting a great serpent, a long blade of light will appear, revealing the armament's true power. So, this is a weapon, an ancient weapon forged specifically to defeat a massive serpent in the past, which has been found by men who used to follow Rykard, but saw what he did to himself and said, I'm not down with that. And so they decided to try and stop him. Unfortunately for them, they did not succeed in the stopping him part. But hey, they got the weapon to me at least. Make sure you're two-handing this weapon. Let's go talk with Rykard. I'm sure it will be a nice discussion. Oh, not this attack. I hate this attack because it's basically undodgeable. Great Serpent Hunt is the strongest way we can hit it, because it'll knock him on his ass for 2 big hits. But jumping R2s are good too. Poison. What? How'd that hit me? Okay. Oh, I might have died to the poison instead, because it does continuous hits of damage. That might have been what got me. Hey! What was that about? Oh yeah, she doesn't have a goddamn thing to say about it. Not a damn thing to be said. All right, anyway, let's like actually kill him this time. By the way, fun fact about the Serpent Hunter. Notice it has 0 attribute requirements. Literally 0. It makes it one of the best, one of the absolute best level 1 playthrough weapons in the game. Because of that. No requirements at all. Also, it uses Somber to upgrade, which is always better.
Yeah, hello, Thor, hi.
Thank you. God, I hate that move so fucking much. Undodgeable! Impossible! Gotcha, nerd. Poison. Gross. We did it! We beat him! Good job, chat. Everybody clap. Easiest fight of my life.
Thank you!
Together are.
So hey, if you didn't notice, there was something on the underscales of that there creature. Oh my god, the lag anytime it changes scenes.
Join myself and King as family. Together we will devour the very gods.
Together we will devour. Whoops. I like how you can use spirit summons here, but let me tell you, spirit ashes don't last long against this guy. They don't do too well. Because he's surrounded by magma all the time. Oh no, you ain't doing that. Sit! Down, son. Not together. Rykard's Great Rune and Remembrance of the Blasphemous. By the way, that huge attack that I was trying to prevent him from doing, what he does is he summons a freaking ton of souls of the damned, souls of the dead here, that fly around and home in on you while also erupting magma all over the place and swinging his sword. It's really easy to get hit by that. So I just didn't let him do it. I have killed that guy so very, very many times with literally nothing. So, he never stood a chance. The Eye Surcoat. Brown surcoat draped over chainmail. The insignia emblazoned on the front marks out the wearer as the eyes and ears of Sir Gideon the All-Knowing. So hey, Gideon sent someone here to try and figure some stuff out. Unfortunately for that person, it didn't go too well. Also, we're currently underground. Like, look, we're under the magma surface. But you can see that the magma itself, like, isn't here for some reason. There's an entire alcove, massive cave system in here. Well, that was an easy enough fight. Together we shall devour the very gods. Does upgrade level actually affect its damage output in this fight for the Serpent Hunter? A little bit. Honestly, not that much. The Serpent Hunter is just designed to kill Rykard. After it does its job against Rykard, it's an okay weapon. It's not bad. It's best used in the hands of someone that has a very, very low level, like a level 1 person, because, like I said before, 0 requirements for it. And it scales well for a weapon that can be used by a level 1. There aren't a lot of weapons that a level 1 character can use if you're never going to level up. Let's go to the Table of Lost Grace real quick and go see if anyone's proud of us for killing Rykard. Spoiler alert, I don't think anyone's going to be all that proud of us for killing Rykard. They never are. Gideon, I killed Rykard. Okay, fine.
The Albinore.
It's interesting that Gideon, who absolutely knows where the Albinoric woman is, doesn't tell us where she is. He says to find her, but I think it's because he wants us to do some legwork ourselves, prove ourselves. Equipment from champions. No Rykard equipment can be gotten because he doesn't have any equipment. He's a big snake. However, we can use his remembrance to get some weapons. But first, let's read it. Remembrance of Rykard, Lord of Blasphemy, hewn into the Erd Tree. The power of its namesake can be unlocked by the Finger Reader. Alternatively, it can be used to gain a great bounty of runes. Rykard took the form of a giant serpent that he might devour, grow, and live eternally. I understand the road of blasphemy is long and perilous. One cannot walk it unprepared to sin. And we can get the Blasphemous Blade, Sacred Sword of Rykard, Lord of Blasphemy. Remains of the countless heroes he has devoured writhe upon the surface of this blade. That's why it's got all those arms and stuff sticking out of it. Now they share the same blood, bound together as family. Some HP is restored upon defeating an enemy. Unique skill, Taker's Flames. Raise the sacred sword aloft and set it ablaze with blasphemous flames, then bring it down to fire off a forward blast. The flames steal HP from those they touch. It's a very good unique skill, actually. It makes this weapon pretty solid. It is strength and dex, mostly. And the Blasphemous Blade winds up being pretty good. Mixed damage of physical and fire. It's pretty solid, actually. And Rykard's Rancor. The terrible power of Rykard, Lord of Blasphemy, summons searing spirits that leave a trail of delayed explosions in their wake. These spirits manifest from the Rancor of heroes who met a valiant end. Or a violent end. The Lord granted them an audience, whereupon they were welcomed by the maw of the great serpent, and within the serpent's bowels they became the Lord's kin. So at the end of the day, what was happening in the Volcano Manor was they were finding warriors that they thought might become powerful. They were sending them out against Tarnished that were specifically not going to join them, that had refused to join them, and were instead either working for the Round Table Hold or some other goal, and defeating them. And if the warrior proved to be powerful, then they were sacrificed up to the serpent to make the serpent, and by extension Rykard, more powerful by gaining a little bit of their own power when he devours them. That's the whole grift of the Volcano Manor. Which means, at the end of the day, you actually don't want to prove yourself worthy of being a champion in Volcano Manor, because all it gets you is eaten by a giant snake. Now, as for Rykard, here's what happened. Here's the basic, history of what happened with Rykard. He was a praetor for the Golden Order and was loyal up until he found himself a snake deep within the volcano of Mount Gelmir. And that snake was a primordial, extremely powerful being, right? And it told him, essentially, that if they were to merge together by sacrificing himself, Rykard, over to the snake, then Rykard could live on forever and would gain power beyond his wildest imagination. For Rykard knew that he was absolutely no match for the likes of, say, Radahn. After all, he very much respected his brother Radahn. He has a giant portrait of him sitting in the Volcano Manor. And Rykard knew that if there's this vie for power that all the demigod children are having is one that he has no chance of winning. Let alone Radahn, how's he going to defeat other great warriors like Malenia? How's he even going to handle Morgott, who is able to repel an advance upon Lindell that Radahn led? Basically, Rykard looked at the feats that his family was performing, and he said, I can't measure up to that at all. But he thought perhaps through the power of Big Snake, he would have the ability to then become capable of measuring up, or even more. He had enough ambition. Remember, Morgott was constantly talking about the flames of ambition and how it led those astray. Rykard had enough ambition to become a ruler of the world, if not even beyond that, more, to sacrifice himself up to this great serpent, become one with this great serpent, and then try to go devour the very gods. So yeah, once he did that, and his rebirth as a great serpent gave rise to serpent men, and some of his followers saw that and were not particularly happy with it, they hunted down that serpent hunter sword in order to try and stop them, and weren't able to do anything beyond finding the weapon. Which, hey, you know what? Good job. You found the serpent slayer sword, but unfortunately, they weren't powerful enough to face him and survive. They were devoured and became one with the family. As for the serpent itself, it's kind of reminiscent, may not be the exact same, but reminiscent of an outer god, in that it has the ability to greatly empower a vassal, aka Rykard in this case, to then set itself up to gain more power, and it has the goal of devouring the gods, or at least demigods. And so that is the great blasphemy that Rykard performed, was sacrificing his great rune over to that serpent. Anyway, let's go back there, because wait a sec. Maybe I have to go over here and try and talk to Tanith first. Hi there.
It's true then. You've defeated our lord.
I sure did.
No. I must thank you. Our lord was yet weak. You have taught us that defeat is not the end. Our lord is immortal, and will one day rise again. Stronger. Until then, I must stay the path and do my part. I will leave the Volcano Manor before long. I suggest you do the same. I will miss these encounters. The champion who walks the tainted path shines all the more. I always was an admirer. This is farewell. Perhaps we will meet again along the path. Perhaps we will meet.
Well, she is going to dissolve the Volcano Manor because, well, we killed Rykard. For now. And we get my thanks. Left to us by, more than likely, Dialos.
So, you killed Rykard.
Sure did.
I harbor you no ill will. The strong take. Such is our code. Even he was prepared to meet a wretched end when he first took blasphemy unto his very flesh. But any road, the Volcano Manor is no more. Though we may yet fulfill an old promise. We hunted our own kind, and took what was theirs. And with everything in hand, the time has come to rise against the Erd Tree. O greater will, hear my voice. I am the recusant Bernal, inheritor of my brother's will, and you will fall to my blade. we refuse to become your pawns. Consider this fair warning. Oh, great, I am the recusant Bernal.
So yeah, Bernal has some personal beef with the Greater Will, or more than likely with those who follow the Greater Will. And as such, he is gonna stay the path.
Now you've gone and killed Rykard. You scheming little bastard.
Oh, you.
You make this nonsense seem, well, less nonsensical. Perhaps a Tarnished will be Elden Lord after all. But for now, this manor is finished. The demigod beast is slain, and Tanith has lost her head. A fine mess. But how else could it end? When Daddy Ambition's head over heels courting Lady Blasphemy. Well, here I am, untethered, once again. Goodbye, my friend. What is it? Oh, come to make a parting donation to Patch's Emporium?
Sure, Patches, just for you. Here, have 1,000 on me.
Cheers for that.
Everyone seems to be taking this quite well, despite the fact that I murdered their lord. Going back, when we fight Renala, we get Ronnie's Great Rune. No. Before we look at that. Great Rune of the Unborn. Amber Egg clutched by Renala, Queen of the Full Moon. Great Rune of the Unborn Demigods. Perfects those who have been born anew. Children born anew by Renala are all fair and short-lived, imperfect beings each and all. The Amber Egg and the Great Rune that can work with it, left to Renala, were left by Radagon, when Radagon parted with Renala. Okay, these chewing noises are annoying me. So hey, remember how she said that her lord is immortal? This giant snakehead that showed up again. Tanith, what are you doing?
Oh, you... Allow me some time. Our lord's carcass is vast, and not easily consumed. Dear Rykard, please, find purchase within me. I wish to be your serpent, your family. One day, let us devour the gods together. Dear Rykard, I wish one day...
So yeah, she's eating Rykard's head, or at least what's left of it. And you can see it's still technically alive, I guess, because it's got all these little blood hands coming out of it. And she thinks that by devouring what's left of him, it will then propagate him back into her. Much like how him devouring heroes would propagate them back into him.
Dear Rykard, I wish to...
Unfortunate, because Lady Tanith was pretty cool, except for being crazy.
My lord, Rykard.
Invaded by Tanith's Knight. There he is, the Crucible Knight. Whoops, that was early. Come and get me, big boy. Uh-oh. That's not good. Aspects of the Crucible. Breath. Tanith's Knight has died. Creates a throat pouch on the caster's neck, allowing them to spew fiery breath while walking. Charging increases the duration of the breath. This is a manifestation of the Erd Tree's primal vital energies, an aspect of the primordial crucible where all life was once blended together. And the consort's mask, robe, and trousers. Tanith set. Consort's mask, worn by Tanith, Lady of the Volcano Manor in the image of a foreign queen. Increases dexterity by 1. Long ago, when Rykard first set eyes on Tanith, she was working as a dancer in a foreign land. Soon, he made her his consort. She was the only human to remain by his side when he became the Serpent of Blasphemy. In that moment, Tanith was truly charmed by him. Same description with the robe. Fine robe of white silk worn by Tanith. And fine white trousers, perfectly suited for wearing beneath a silk robe. Gross. Look how gross he is. Disgusting. Bleh. Now, there is one thing I gotta do a quick double check. Right. Now we should be able to go talk with Zarias real quick. And finish off her quest line. So this will finish off the Volcano Manor and Zarias' quest line all in one fell swoop.
You're not willing to kill me, are you?
I'd prefer not.
You've always been so kind and uncompromising. I suppose I knew in my heart of hearts how kind and uncompromising you always were. I suppose I knew how kind.
Let's do a quick reload. DLC has been leaked. I won't be seeing any of those leaks, don't you worry. I'm good at avoiding them. Zarias is now gone. She left a letter and the Datakar's woe for us. Datakar's woe. Disturbing likeness of a woman whose skin was flayed. She smiles with a serene tenderness, increases damage taken. It is said that this woman, named Datakar, indulged in every form of adultery and wicked pleasure imaginable, giving birth to a myriad of grotesque children. So yes, I believe that is supposed to be an image of what Zarias' mother would have been. And we get her letter. A farewell letter written in an inexpert hand. I wish to set out on a journey, so that one day I can carry on Mother's work, be the proud daughter of Tanith of Volcano Manor. Farewell, you have always been so kind and so uncompromising, my champion. And that is the end of her quest line. Again, our other choices are to kill her, and she will thank you for it, or to give her the forgetfulness tonic, where I feel like in some ways that's a lot more sad than her knowing the truth, because then all of a sudden, all the people she ever knew just completely disappear from the Volcano Manor, and she has no clue why. If anything, she probably would get inside her own head and think that they left without telling her because they wanted to get away from her, because they never actually liked her and were pretending to. Which is why I didn't want to do that to her. After all, your own imagination is a far worse enemy than anything that someone can actually say to you. Know what I mean? Okay, now then. I believe that Patches moves to the Shaded Castle. And we should be able to get an item from him. Not sure whether or not we will, but we'll double check. Mostly because I've done so much other stuff, and I've already done this castle. I'm not sure if Patches will still come here like he normally would. Oh, hi, Clean Rot Knight. Honestly. Rude. I'm just looking for Patches. Looking for my bro. You're not my bro at all. I saw you hiding, so I had to kill him. Patches should be, like, right before where the boss would be. When Small Tarnish destroyed the Volcano Manor in under a day, the Golden Order would be proud. No, you're right. The Golden Order would be fucking terrified.
Oh, you again.
Hey, Patches.
A shame you had to see me like this. I had a bit of a slip-up, that's all. I should have stuck to what I know best. No matter. I know I can trust you. Gullible, yes, but a good soul.
Aww.
Make certain that Tanith gets this.
Yeah, about Tanith getting anything right now. That's gonna be a problem. I don't know if we can do that.
Oh, it's nothing. It's just makes me sick to see her all bent out of shape. Come on, Tanith, back on your high horse where you belong.
I like how Patches seem to have formed an appreciation for Tanith. Even like a little bit of admiration, perhaps. Didn't like the fact that she was going a little bit crazy with Rykard dead.
You're able then? Then I can rest easy, my friend.
And there he goes. Patches believed himself untethered. Little did he know, he had formed a little bond that tethered him after all, and now he is gone. Let's go appreciate the very first place we ever met Patches, all the way back at Murkwater Cave. Because surely there's not going to be an item left behind or anything like that. That would be crazy. This is just a trip down memory lane. Oh boy, these guys are here. They don't stand a ghost of a chance against us. It's possible I needed to actually be able to give that to Tanith before I finished her off. Oopsie. As for the item we were given, the dancer castanets. Castanets used by dancers from foreign lands, received from Patches. The passionate dance comprises no seductiveness, but merely a dignified beauty. Remember, the outfit we got from Tanith suggested that she was a dancer from a foreign land before she became a maiden of Rykard's. Let's try going back to the Murkwater Cave. Maybe that fixed it? Just visiting here? I mean, I don't believe that Tanith actually takes those dancers' castanets. I don't think it does a damn thing. She's too obsessed with munching and crunching on that snake carcass. Hey! Who the hell took residence in here? This is my good friend Patches' place. Hey, look, a treasure chest.
Well, well. Thought you'd just help yourself to a man's personal belongings? You scheming little thief. The gods demand repentance. Cough up your coin. All of it.
Patches, buddy! You're back at it, aren't you?
Wait. Don't tell me. Is that you?
It's me!
Oh, Christ. Please, wait. I surrender. I surrender. I swear. Glad to see we're on the same page. I'd never cross you. Not even close.
So yeah, Patches doesn't die. He instead just goes back to what he knows best. He realizes he's not big enough for all that stuff we were there. That we were doing and everything like that. But, he's willing to be a small-time little thief. No problem. Let me double-check. I'm double-checking Tanith's voice lines here. Oh, yes. If you give her the dancer's castanet, she says, "What is this?" I have no need of that. I must continue devouring my beloved lord. That's all. That's all you get from her. That's it. Anyway, we get Patch's iconic crouch. The squat. The great squat. Let's, there we go. Let me join you, bud. It would have been a better point to kill her. I completely forgot about that voice line because it's such a nothing voice line. All it proves is that she's too far gone, but the second she starts eating the giant serpent corpse, she's already clearly too far gone. I think she's already proven she's got her priorities in order.
Ah, it's been ages since I've seen you. I didn't even realize it was you. Took you for a demi-human or some such. You know how it is. Just an innocent mistake. Water under the bridge, eh? Back to business as usual.
Water under the bridge.
Hell's bells. This bandit business is hardly what it's cracked up to be. Especially if we keep running into the likes of you. Maybe I'll set up another shop with the lads. Maybe I'll set up...
Maybe he'll set up another shop with the lads. Maybe. I think if we just, like, reload the area, he'll set up another shop with the lads. Did he mistake me for a demi-human even for an instant? No, not at all. He mistook me for a hapless weakling that might have made it into the cave, was strong enough to make it into the cave, but that Patches could handle. The exact same thing that happened the first time we came in here. He's hunting Tarnished, or anyone willing to come in here, demi-humans included, or whatever, or what have you. But the moment that he knows that it's someone he has no fucking chance against, like the very first time we met him and we beat him half to death, and he instantly goes, wait, I thought you were a monster or something. Honest mistake. Please, I don't mean you any harm. Same exact thing here. The instant that he's like, wait, it's you? Oh, no. I ain't got none of this. I didn't mean nothing.
Well, finally made it, eh? And just in time for the grand reopening of Patch's Emporium, where you won't need a refund, because everything is top-notch.
Everything's top-notch at Patches, and it's the exact same stuff that he's always been selling. Nothing different.
Cheers for that. Forgot something. No trouble to me. Cheers for that.
But there you go. That is the end of Patch's storyline. Patches has now turned himself into nothing more than an honest merchant. An honest merchant. Pay no attention to the bloody fingers or anything or how he might have gotten those. He's just an honest merchant. Wink. And with that, we have finished off several different quest lines. Raya's side quest is done. Patch's side quest is done. Tanith's quests and the Volcano Manor are all done. We've defeated Rykard, the Lord of Blasphemy. But, hey, wait a second. We've got his Great Rune. Where do we need to go? The Divine Tower of West Altus? Well, hey, I have an idea of where that is. Ooh, not there, but way over here. Let's go activate Rykard's Great Rune. Well, you see a bloody finger that shows up right outside of Murkwater Cave. When you first go there, you get invaded by one. So, I mean, it's not like Patches is weak. He's pretty strong for the area you find him in. He's stronger than any of the normal soldiers that you can fight. He's stronger than that bloody finger invader that you fight. And he's equipped pretty well. He's got a shield, a tower shield, a nice spear. some... Well, his armor's not very good, but his weapon and shield are pretty good. Patches is probably able to hang with most things that you can find in Limgrave. The problem is, the second that Patches leaves Limgrave and he's asked to hang with things that are beyond Limgrave. Heck, he's probably relatively fine even against Liurnian stuff, but he was absolutely not on the level of anything in Caelid, which is why when you summon him for the Radahn fight, he instantly... I mean, it takes him a few seconds, but he looks at the other heroes charging into Radahn, getting their ass kicked, and he's like, what am I doing here? And just leaves. And then when he's in Volcano Manor, because Raya gave him an invitation, and he made his way there, despite the fact that he has been invited and they thought that he had some potential, he winds up finding that he isn't able to win these invasions against these enemies. That's why he sends us on the invasion, because he couldn't beat that person he was supposed to hunt down. And he finds out, wow, this stuff's really beyond me. I'm not able to handle this. I'll just... Well, maybe I'll try going somewhere else. Let's try that Shaded Castle place. Could be something for me there. And then he gets his ass kicked again. In fact, he probably went after the bell-bearing hunter. And then he just says, I'm moving back to my old haunt. I felt good there. I don't feel good here. Anyway, hey, more Two Fingers. Let's restore the power of Rykard's Great Rune. A Great Rune of the Shardbearer Rykard. Its blessing restores HP upon defeating enemies. Rykard was amongst the children of Nala and Radagon, who became demigod stepchildren after Radagon's union with Queen Marika. But Rykard fed himself to the blasphemous serpent, Great Rune and all. Because Rykard did not believe that he was going to be able to defeat the likes of Radahn or Morgott, and he was probably right. But he was really power-hungry, so he gave himself up to something that was even hungrier. Now, there's one other thing I want to do. That is to go all the way back to the Academy of Raya Lucaria. That's right, guys. All the way back here. Patches is a bitch. He's a double-dealing, underhanded, backstabbing scavenger. Yes, he is. He's also able to handle himself with the likes of stuff in Limgrave. No problem. Like I said, he's like the big dog of Limgrave. But the problem is that Limgrave is just your early level area. The second he steps foot outside of Limgrave, he starts learning how small he really is. Hell, even in Limgrave, he learns a little bit about how small he is. Wait, I'm going the wrong way. After all, it's even in Limgrave that we kick the shit out of him. Patches gets his ass beat by us. So hey, remember all that time ago when we were here at the Academy of Raya Lucaria, even before we got here, and Patches told us that there is a iron virgin all the way down at the bottom of a thing, and it would take you all the way to the foot of the Erd Tree. Well, we know that our friend Patches would never lie to us. He would only tell us the absolute truth. But we still decided to go the hard way because that's the only way for us to become powerful. Did you really drop me off to my death, game? Bruh. Anyway, we're gonna take that iron virgin this time and let it transport us to where we need to go. Just drop me to my doom. I might have gone off just a tiny bit early, but even still, it was starting to crest downwards, so I was like, okay, I'm fine. Get them squats in, chat. Uh-huh. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Squat, 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 squat. There. By the way, there is an item I didn't pick up when I was back here, but that's just because it is one of the most worthless items in the game. We talked about it, but here it is. Oh wait, not that one. Not the Lost Ashes of War. I'm talking about the stupid cat talisman, which is down here. Where's that stupid cat talisman? There it is. Hug me! Ow! Hug me again! While we're getting hugged, let's take a look at those talismans, eh? That long-tailed cat talisman. A brooch depicting the Krima, the long-tailed cat, grants immunity to fall damage, but does not prevent death from a high fall. Hug me, damn it. That is not a hug. That is a hurt. Hug. Give hug. Give hug. Thank you. There we go. If you die to being grabbed by this Iron Virgin, this is the only one in the entire game that'll do this, it will teleport you. But, unlike what Patch has said, he said it would take you all the way to the base of the Erd Tree. No, it takes you to Volcano Manor. It takes you to the middle of the lava of Volcano Manor. That lying little prick. That lying son of a bitch. Anyway, I knew this would take us here, so let's just get ourselves through this area real quick. And this is the very last bit of Volcano Manor to explore. The only place we haven't been to. Oh, come on, guys. You know how Patches is. It's gonna be all water under the bridge, right? He didn't mean nothing by it. After all, it's not like a bunch of these corpses that are around here might have been sent here specifically by Patches or anything. Haha. Luckily, this area of Volcano Manor is scaled a little bit closer to Rhea Lucaria's stuff, so that when you do get sent here, it's a little harder, but it's not impossible. If this was scaled to Volcano Manor stuff and you got sent here from Rhea Lucaria, you would be pretty fucked. That would be... A lot of people would complain. A lot of people would demand you kill Patches on sight. It would be on sight. No negotiation. That being said, he does still send you to a pretty shitty place. You can tell by these things not dying instantly that these things, these two Albanorax, are scaled actually to Volcano Manor. Subterranean Inquisition Chamber. Smithing Stone 4. See, like I said, the stuff in this area is scaled a lot more to the Raya Lucaria stuff you would get. And that being said, when you get sent here, you can take yourself in straight into the Volcano Manor. There's a spot you can jump off at that you will survive the fall. And then you just got a quick step a couple times, or something similar, to get yourself into the normal Volcano Manor lava area. Rather than this weapon, I want a big weapon. Wow, look at all this budding cave moss. So much. Haha! Aw. No illusory wall. And here we have two abductor virgins. This, on the other hand, is a tough fight. Especially if you were to do it at the level of Raya Lucaria level. Ow, ow, ow. And it's a tough fight because it's two enemies at once that you cannot stagger very easily. It's your classic 2v1 boss fight that is entirely and completely unfair. And they're done. We get the Inquisitor's Garundol. New weapon. There it is. Instrument of torture used on nobles behind the curtain at the Volcano Manor of Mount Gelmir. Its numerous spikes pierce the flesh, then singe the wounds with flame. The smell of burnt blood induces despair in the victim. A candlestick conceived by a thorough mind. It's literally a candlestick trident with spikes on it. Cute. But yeah, our pal Patches sent us to this. That's a little fucked up there, Patches. A little fucked up indeed. As for where it leads out, as you can see, it takes us near Seathwater River. So it isn't too bad because it does get you to the Altus Plateau. It's another way to the Altus Plateau that otherwise requires you to jump through some hoops. But, like I said before, Patches is a little bit of a piece of shit. Patches is stinky. A little bit, yes. there is... Let's see. There is one thing we still haven't done. In this area here. There's just a boss we haven't fought. That should have shown up in the area. When we go from here and go up the hill, but for some reason it hasn't so far. Excuse me. It's not a nighttime boss either. Oh, here it comes. There she is, Ancient Dragon Lanciax. Look at that lightning. Yeah! Look at that big lightning saber. Anime! Oof. Hey! Hey! Come back here! So, that is encounter 1 that we can have with it. By the way, I should probably go get my runes real quick. Why does it run? When you hit it down low enough, it runs away, and then you encounter it at a different area. I'll be able to go to the different area to encounter it now. But first, I'm gonna see if I can go grab my runes and then teleport out. Whee! I had quite a few. I'd like to at least spend them on, like, upgrade materials or something. Look funny when she landed on the trees and then floated down to the ground? Yeah, well, that's why a lot of these things are fought in arenas without stuff like that to get in their way. As for why it ran, probably because it's a smart ancient dragon. You'd have to be a little bit of a fool to fight me at this point. That's for teleporting me to a volcano, asshole. Alright, as for the other place it shows up afterwards, it should be... I believe somewhere around this area. Should be like right outside the ramparts of the Lindell area. I don't know why she didn't show up before when I was around that area. Because it's not like that's the first time I've ever gone up that hill. I did it specifically before to try and get her to show up when I first went through the area, but she didn't. Weird. I'm glad she showed up this time. Oh, no, don't fall. Maybe it's further down? That may be lightning, but I don't believe it's ancient dragon lightning. Is normal-ass lightning. Is it perhaps up here? Do forgive me for floundering a little bit on finding some of this stuff. I think it's up here that she shows up. Yep. At the lightning area with the Fulgur blooms. There she is! Ancient Dragon Lanciax returns. Round 2, fight! Look how sick that is. That's awesome. Don't do that. Ow. Oof. Camera, please. Camera, please. I should not lock on for this fight. The camera is not my friend. The camera is absolutely not my friend. The camera is my enemy. So there should be a site of grace that's a little bit closer to where she spawns. That way this run won't have to be quite so long in the future. If I happen to not win this time. I mean, we're gonna win this time, so it's not gonna matter, but still. Let's see, like, there should be maybe around here-ish, if I remember right. A site of grace, somewhere around there. Because I remember fighting this dragon in my first casual playthrough. And I remember taking several attempts. Up there it is. I see it. I think. Yep. There we go. All right, round 2. Or, I'm sorry, round 3, technically. Let's do this thing. Ooh, that was a good headshot. That was a lot of damage. All right, Lanciax. We got a one-on-one on this one, too. I refuse to summon for this. Ow! The double hit. You like the big zappy horns? And you can tell that this dragon is different from a lot of the other dragons we've seen, and is a true ancient dragon because its body looks like the scales are made of stone. Ah, I was too close. Hit me way too easily there. Head! Missed. Sorry, did that deal 86 damage? That was pathetic. Fuck me. I'm stupid. Yep. Yep. Stone scales. Full set of wings, arms and legs instead of the arms and wings connected into one like a wyvern. This is a real-ass dragon. It even has the red lightning, which denotes a real-ass dragon. Ah! We need stone of our own to beat up the stone dragon. We need the stone hammer. Got a tail that looks like Godzilla, with the lightning and whatnot all over it. Oh no, we're staying real close to you. No, 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 no running away. Could be the last one and I'm gonna kill it? Nah, she's not the last one, don't worry. I promise. Notice how hard it is to knock this thing on its ass, too. Fall, damn you, fall. Damn it. I rolled too soon. I knew the big slam was coming. I keep going for the head, but it's so hard to hit unless it bends over for the flame breath. Or the bites. That works too. Damn it! Why did she do that so fast? Alright, Lanciax, it's been real. Finish her! With a bonk to the head. We get Lanciax's Glaive. The big spell she was casting. Incantation that channels the power of the ancient dragon Lanciax. Creates a red lightning glaive and sweeps the area from above. This attack unleashes trails of lightning. Lanciax was the sister of Fortisax. It is said that she took the form of a human to commune with the knights as a priestess of the ancient dragon cult. If she could take the form of a human and be friends, then why did she attack me on sight like that? What the hell? Well, she made her choice. It was not a smart choice. And now, the next place I plan to go is back underground.